Mind of a Maniac. Another cell. It's a cell 4. I think, yeah, some shit, I don't know. I'm just out here floating in the universe, dog. Out here warming up. It is 6:06 in the morning. I've been here for like 15 minutes already. Trying to warm up a little bit. But I saw my OG was in here. First time I seen him in fucking, I don't know, months. I should have got his ass on camera, but he out here grinding too, so he gotta go. But like I said, Mind of a Maniac. It's 6:06, hold on. Can y'all see that? So yeah, been in here. Once again, y'all got to forgive me because so much shit be going through my goddamn noggin that I gotta slow down whenever I'm saying this shit. This shit just wants to come out and I gotta stop myself. So somebody just try to come in who ain't got the password to come in here. You legit have to have the password to come inside where I'm at. That's why I love it where I'm at, because it's solitary. I do anything I want in here. The imagination, the only limitation, but yeah, like, I gotta slow down. Like Brand Nubian said, slow down. But one very popular question people keep asking me, because like I said, whatever question y'all ask, I'm gonna try to answer to the best of my knowledge, is eating. Like what I eat and what's best to eat. So I'm gonna just stick to that in this cell, okay? And I'm gonna break down the micro cells along with the what to eat and all that shit. So what I do and my opinions on different types of diets. But workout me-wise, I'm gonna do a little bit of cardio. I've been going real ham, as y'all can tell with all these goddamn videos and shit, that self-maintenance is number one. Take care of yourself, take care of your body take care of you, which includes rest. And one of my bad habits is I can go too fucking hard because all I do is fucking redline. And I need to learn how to slow down. So that's what we're gonna do today. I'm gonna slow it down just a little smidgen. Figure my S-lisp. Like I said, I'm country, so y'all gonna hear me with my slurs and my country accents, and I can't say a lot of shit, can't spell no words. I can read anything, but I can't spell worth the fuck, I swear to God. But yeah, cardio and what the food be like. All right, so for cardio for the day, I got 3 different parts to it. So I'm gonna do double unders. For those who don't know what double unders are like how you do single jump ropes. Instead of doing 1, you do 2. So you have to jump higher and create more force, and it works pretty much everything in your body, and it wears the fuck out of you. So I'm gonna do a little double unders and some power cleans, lightweight. Use that for cardio. I'm gonna do about 5 minutes of it. I'm going back and forth. Then I'm gonna rest about 2-3 minutes. And I'm gonna do a little bit of rowing and kettlebells for about 6-7 minutes, back and forth. Rest 2 or 3 minutes. Then I'm gonna do a little bike and abs for about 6 or 7 minutes, depending on how it is, because I'm gonna use the first part as a test run, then I'm gonna chill, and then I'm gonna do this shit all over again. So that's how I do my cardio. That's a HIIT cardio that I do. So it'll kick your ass. It's a fat burner too. So I might throw a little plow in there too. I'm feeling a little froggy today, so I don't know. Like I said, Mind of a Maniac. It's where it takes to get where I'm at. 60 seconds. Come on. Come on. 25 seconds. Fuck. I just got humbled. That was terrible. That was fucking terrible. God damn, I think I bit off more than I could chew. It worked though. Kicked my motherfucking ass. 5 minutes straight. So you 5 minutes with that, 5-6 minutes with the next one, then 5-6 minutes with the next one. That's 15 minutes of cardio right there. So whoever says you ain't got time, fucking bullshit. Make time. You can make time. It's all about priorities and shit. But one thing people have been asking me though, first and foremost, I hate the word diet. It feels like it's restricted, like you're in a real cell. Like I said, I prefer the term conscious eating. Just being aware of what the fuck you're ingesting. But one thing a lot of people ask me is about keto, low carb, all that shit. First of all, like, subscribe, all that shit. I just thought about that shit again. Like I said, I'm new to this. Comment, critique me, I don't give a fuck, say whatever. Comment below. But whenever y'all ask me a question, there's a 99.627% chance I'm gonna say it depends. Because it depends on you. Everybody's different. Everybody's DNA is different. What'll work for me won't work for you. What'll work for you won't work for me. Prime example, I'm 5'6", floating around 190. I want to get down to about 175, 180, but that shit's hard, fam. I like sugar. I'm trying though. I'm human, but I'm alien. But, like I said, I'm 5'6", 190. My little brother, 6'1", 265. I shit you not. I shit you not. 6'1", 265. He's what we call a biggin. He's a biggin, ladies and gentlemen. He'll tell you too. He ain't ashamed about it. But at the same time, we got the same daddy but different mamas. His mama is white. Nothing against that. I'm just saying his DNA is different than mine. Even though we got the same daddy, and even if we had the same mama, it still can be different. Because even though we got two of the same parents, the DNAs, like our parents got different DNAs and shit, and that still comes through us. So, like, you gotta find what's for you. Because keto don't work for everybody. Because everybody's not built for keto, and keto's not built for everybody else. Like, how I honestly feel about keto, like, honestly, it really depends on what you're built like. In my opinion, if you're already like, just call it a spade, if you're already fat, like severely obese, I wouldn't, like just in my opinion, I wouldn't do keto because you already have a surplus amount of fat. And now the majority of what you're eating is fat. Does it make sense? Make it make sense. So, in my opinion, like if you're like severely obese, I would just focus on your carbs. Eliminate your simple carbs, your sugars, all your starches. Focus on complex carbs, like sweet potatoes, like in vegetables. Vegetables are carbs. Like I said, there's three fucking groups. So there's fat, there's carbs, and there's protein. All your vegetables go underneath protein, okay? So, like the keto shit, majority of your eating is protein and fat because your energy source is fat since you don't have any carbs in your system. So it burns the fat. But that's, in my opinion, good for like marathon runners and like people who just have a little bit of fat on them. If you have a surplus, I wouldn't add more fat to it. That's just me. But I would just cut down on the carbs, your sugars, your breads. Because bread is really not bread. Like, it's not like the loaf you think it is. Bread is dough. Bread is like Play-Doh. So imagine whenever you're eating bread, tortillas, any of that shit, that's dough sticking to your body, okay? Or Play-Doh, clay. So focus on that shit. Because, I don't know, it's just a lot of people trying this shit, and what they end up doing is whenever they're trying to keto, they end up going into starvation mode. And when you go in starvation mode, you're not burning fat, you're storing fat. That's why people can't burn fat or they gain weight. Because when your body's in starvation mode, it's trying to preserve your body because it doesn't know whenever it's gonna eat again. Like, it sounds crazy, but the more you eat, the more you eat. Like, for real. Because that's how your metabolism works. So that's why athletes eat all the time. Because their metabolism is high as fuck. So focus on the carbs with the keto shit. Focus on cutting the carbs, in my opinion, with the keto, if you're already at the point of where you know that you should have been taking care of yourself a long time ago. Because when people ask me how long is it going to take to lose the weight, I ask them just bluntly, like, how long did it take for you to get to where you're at right now? So people ask me about low carb, like eating and shit. Here's the thing. Some people confuse low carb and no carbs. So if you're only eating like 30 or 40 grams of carbs a day, that's not low carb. That's no carbs, fam. Like 30 or 40 grams of carbs is not shit in a day, okay? Like, that's how you go into starvation mode. And whenever you do that shit, and your body really goes into shock. And whenever you try this new eating shit, ease into it, because if you start overnight and you try to go ham, like right out the gate, you're more than likely gonna fail, my G, because your body's not used to that. Like, Whenever you start cutting carbs, you gotta think, if you're 40 years old, you've been eating carbs for 40 years. Your body is not gonna adapt to that shit overnight. Your body's not even gonna adapt to that shit in a week. It shit takes time, okay? So whenever you're cutting carbs, like, first and foremost, it depends on who you are, because everybody's body type is different. Size, genetics, all that shit's different. So you're gonna have to play with it. You're gonna have to do experimentation on your own. I can't tell you what to do. You got to do experimentation on your own, okay? So low carbs is like for me, low carbs probably maybe 150, 160 grams a day, maybe, depending on what I'm doing, because I do two-a-days and I do sprints and shit. But and actually might be a little too low, because if you look like you're top-notch athletes, they're eating 200, 300, 400 grams of carbs a day because they're constantly burning. So low carbs is like in between the hundreds and 200s, okay? In my opinion, like for me, and that's just my body type. Everybody else might be different. So whenever you're eating, 60% of what you're eating should be carbs, okay? A lot of people get that fucked up and they try to add more protein than your carbs. Okay, a lot of people are not meant for that hyper-carnivore or carnivore diet. Okay, a lot of people are not built for that. So hyper-carnivore is somebody who eats 70%, like 70% of your diet is, or conscious eating is meat or animal products. That's a hyper-carnivore, okay? I've tried it before, and I got some opinions about it. I'll speak on it another time. But 60% of what you're eating should be carbs. 30 to 35% of what you're eating should be protein, and the rest should be fat and sugars or whatever, okay? So that's the healthy ratio for the human body. That's the truth, for real. So whenever like you're working out or you're trying to figure out like your carb intake and your protein intake, first and foremost, there's only one true way to lose weight, and that's to cut your calories. You have to burn more than what your intake is. There's only one way to lose weight. You have to burn more calories than you're intaking. I don't give a shit what kind of diet it is, okay? If you're not burning more calories, then you're not losing weight. It is what it is, ain't what it ain't. But the carb thing, yeah, like, just make healthier, conscious decisions with the carbs. And eventually your body will get used to it, okay? 60 to 65% carbs, 30% protein, the rest is the fats and the sugars and whatever, okay? That's the healthy ratio to a conscious eating lifestyle, okay? Lastly, people ask, what do I do personally? After a lot of trial and error, I'm still figuring shit out, by the way, and still trying new shit, by the way, because the human body changes and evolves every goddamn day. So one way I lost a whole bunch of weight was I was intermittent fasting at first. Intermittent fasting, I was doing from 12 to 8, I was eating. After 8 until 12 o'clock the next day, I did nothing but drink water. That's all I did. And I worked out like a fucking madman, okay? I did intermittent fasting, and I'm gonna be all the way honest with y'all. When I very, very, very first did it, I'm not gonna lie, I'm gonna keep it all the way groovy. I was eating once a day. I would eat one big ass meal at the end of the day. I repeat, do not recommend anybody else try that shit, because that shit is fucking dangerous if you don't know what you're doing. If you don't know what you're doing, don't fucking do it, okay? Like some people are like, I can eat once a day. Not when you're working out like a fucking savage. If you're working out like a fucking madman, don't eat once a day. No. Not unless you really, really, really know what the fuck you're doing, because I did my research on it. I researched that shit for weeks before I tried it, okay? Anything I try, do, put in my body, anything, best believe I educate myself to the most capacity in that field that I can find, okay? Until I find some new info. So I did it that way, and then after I started losing more weight, I realized I was in a calorie deficit because I was in starvation mode. So I started eating another meal along whenever I was fasting. So I would eat twice a day in between 12 and 8 and drink nothing but water. Because whenever you do that, whenever you empty your body and deplete it of the carbs, that's when you start fat burning, okay? That's sort of kind of like a diet version, not like kind of like how there's a Coke and Diet Coke, kind of like a diet version of keto because you're cutting so much. You're basically skipping breakfast, okay? The term breakfast is the most important meal of the day is bullshit. All the shit that they taught us growing up, throw that shit the fuck out the window because all them shits is dead and gone. The new age is here. Get with it or get lost, for real. Like, you really don't need breakfast, man. It tastes good. I love breakfast, but you really don't need it for real. You really, really don't. So, it's not what you do, it's how you do it. Like, I was intermittent fasting, and I eat a lot of animal products, okay? After all the training and all the research I've done on myself. Apologies for the technical difficulty. I'm not even gonna lie. Ran out of space on my phone, so I had and I'm running out of space on my laptop, so I went ahead and just ordered me a whole new hard drive. I got one, but I done feel that some bitch already up, so. But to continue on what I was talking about, like my intermittent fasting, yeah, I did that, and it's good for a majority of people, but you'll eventually come to a plateau, and then you're going to have to shock your system again to where you're going to have to come up with another technique how to lose the extra 5 to 10 pounds that you probably want to lose, because you'll lose, like I said, a nice amount of weight. And you'll gain some muscle with that too, especially for men. Men, your testosterone will raise up tremendously if you start intermittent fasting. But what I eat though, like I said, like after just trial and error and shit, like for me, it's just I'm mostly meat. Like I need animal products, like I said, chicken, steak, beef. I don't really eat that much pork. For the only really pork I eat is bacon. Like I eat bacon, some sausage, but other than that, like ham and like pork chops and tenderloins and nothing like that. Like I cook it, like I used to cook it a whole lot, but like if I go to like a barbecue restaurant, which is like every blue moon, yeah, excuse me, I get like pulled pork or ribs or some shit like that. But like for the most part, like on a regular basis, it's just bacon. That's it. Like I eat that for breakfast, and I'll eat a couple of eggs with it, but. Yeah, like animal products, like the spinach. I hate vegetables, dog. Like I really, you can ask my mama. I hate fucking vegetables. So what I'll do is I'll load my protein shake up with spinach and shit, or I'll literally take it straight out the bag and I'll just eat it like that before I eat like my actual like protein and carb, whatever I'm eating. So like if I'm eating like a steak and potatoes and I have like some spinach, even though I'll eat a salad. But if I don't want to put like a bunch of ranch on it and add a bunch of fat to it, I'll literally just take the spinach, just start eating it, and I'll just eat it like that. That way I can just eat the steak and potato myself or by itself. Because if you add like in a salad, like if I eat a salad, I'm gonna load that motherfucker up, and it's not gonna be good. So I'm just better off just eating the spinach like that, or like I said, in my protein shake, which I drink like 2. I'll try to drink like 2 a day, depends on what I'm doing and what brand it is too, because different brands vary in different amounts of protein. And I'll speak on that in another episode too, because brands matter whenever you're taking supplements. They really, really do. Y'all can ask me whatever y'all want when it comes to supplements too, like I said in the comments. But yeah, like that's pretty much what I eat basically. I try to keep it like the carbs. I don't eat that much bread. I try to use tortillas and like I said, I try to keep it simple. But when I go ham, like when I go ham, I go, dog, I got an appetite, dog. That's another reason why I work out so much, because I know I can throw down. I know I can. But, yeah. But one last thing I do want to touch on, and a lot of people do ask me about, is this plant-based and vegan shit, which I have no problems. If you do that, that's cool, because like I said, it works for some people. It really, really does. And if it works for you, keep fucking with it.
Keep fucking with it. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. But what I don't like is how a lot of vegans or plant-based people are out here saying this and that, and not they're telling you one thing and they're not telling you the whole entire truth. Like, I'm gonna give you a prime example. Like I said, the spinach part. All vegetables are carbs, but like there is some protein in spinach. So if you have like a 3 or 4 ounce chicken breast or steak, you're looking at, especially chicken. Chicken is very high in protein. So you look at like a 3 or 4 ounce piece of chicken. You're looking at about 30 to 35 grams of protein, give or take. Like I said, I'm not a genius, so well I am, but anyway, another story, another day. But you're looking at 30 to 35 grams of protein right there. So in order to get the same amount of protein from that chicken breast out of spinach, you're going to need probably 30 to 40 cups of spinach to get the same amount of protein. And you're going to have to drink a protein shake along with that, because that is an incomplete protein. An incomplete protein means it does not have all the BCAAs that chicken, steak, and pork and all this like animal products have. Like, what makes animal products different from actual plants is like the actual like BCAAs in it, the amino acids. The amino acids, like spinach and vegetables don't have complete amino acids. So if you're on a vegan or plant-based, you're going to have to drink a protein shake to get the actual amount of protein that you need to function on a daily basis. And that's why there's a lot of fat-ass vegans out here, because somebody's out here lying, goddammit. They're not telling you the whole motherfucking truth, okay? They're not telling you the whole truth. So, because it's all carbs, they're eating a lot of potatoes and shit. That's like all carbs, and a lot of them ain't working out like they say they are and shit. So, but if you use it right, you can like get in shape with it. It just depends on how you use it. It's just a lot of them are really out here faking the funk and real fugazi as fuck, like for real. So, like I said, I have no problem if you do it. Just I have a problem that you're out here misguiding people because you're false prophets. So, I'm not directed at anybody, but if you feel that way, if the shoe fits, lace that bitch up or take off sprinting. That's all I got to say. But, yeah, I don't know. Like I said, I don't know shit. It's just mind of a maniac. My name's Chan, your friendly neighborhood pusher man. Like, subscribe, comment, questions, ask me whatever you want. Critique me. Critique me. Give me y'all's best shot. If I'm fucking up or something, or if y'all feel like I'm wrong or something like that, let me know, for real. I need to know this shit. So, because I told you, I'm a whole ass dumbass. I don't know shit. So, yeah. Fuck with your boy. I'm gonna go find me something to eat. I'm gonna fuck with y'all later.